Hello, everyone. Welcome to Superior RPG. This is episode 12 of our Let's Play series for Minecraft Java. And in this episode, well, I think we're going to probably start some create. And I want to talk a little bit about rats. So, rats. The rats AI is, I think, having a conflict with something else in the mod pack that forces tamed animals to follow you. Why our dog upstairs hasn't had a problem, I don't know. So the rat that I have fishing right now actually was following me. So like if I came down here the hallway, you could see him warping back and forth right there at the corner. Like he was trying to follow me, but he wanted to fish, but he was trying to follow me. And then if I came back up here, he would go back to the water's edge. Now hear me out. So I opened up his AI. I selected harvest. Again, I clicked it. And then I exited. And then I logged in and I logged out. And he's not doing it now. So he maybe might be fixed. I do have a cage that I made for him that we're going to utilize. So if we go to another dimension or something like that, I think we're going to put him in the cage and only have him doing his fishing stuff when we're around the house. Also, you'll note that I claimed the chunks around the house in preparation for our create. So I made this create room where we're going to be putting our stuff. There's some new things, add-ons that create in this that I have not played around with, so I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be really cool. And it has the hypertubes in it also that we played around with in Sunlit Valley. So that's awesome too. You know, you guys know I really love those things. It's really neat. All right, so basically we got to get some stuff going with create. So I haven't seen any andesite, so I'm not quite sure how we're going to do that. I'm sure we'll figure it out. I mean, there's dacite. Excuse you. Oh, we got bad guys coming in. Go away, dude. Go away, dude. What'd you drop? Frosted Helve Sword? Helve Sword? Alright, well. Anywho's. I gotta put this stuff away, which I will pause for, but I had to dig out the create room. So it took a little while. But anyway, I want to talk about what we're going to be doing. So, sorry, it's a little bit of lag when you open the quest log. So we have this quest line right here called material crafting, and I want to kind of like go through it. We've kind of sort of already done that, but it hasn't really counted. So we're going to go through it. Okay? Alright, so first off we have this. Modular workbench. Learn about crafting modular equipment, which we've already covered all of this stuff. Use a modular workbench to customize the different parts of your weapons, tools, and certain pieces of armor. Any material that has modular material on its tooltip can be used to modify your items. So, we've already done that. It's going to give us a choice of stuff. We don't actually have a bow yet. I'm not really sure we need one, but there. I chose a bow. I mean, we could throw our weapon, right? So, I don't really think we need a bow. But, anywho's. We've already gotten copper ingots. We've already gotten zinc. We have not made brass. Brass is made with create, and you have to have a heated, which means you have to have a blaze burner, which means you have to have an empty blaze burner. So we're going to have to do that. And we're going to have to go get some blazes. Now, I did tell you I marked a bunch of stuff in the nether. I did find 2 nether fortresses. They're both very far away. So I will be pausing the video to get over there. And then we'll go through it. The nether, the way the nether works, usually in the previous mod packs that I've played, I tried to just make a easy access road or something, but you know, I just don't want to do that this time around. The last time I did it was for Passive Exiles, I think, and it took a long time to make it. And so I think on this one I'm just going to pause the video and then get over there, because it saves my editor a whole lot of time, because then they don't have to cut out all that dead content. So anyway, that's how we're going to work it. And the stuff is kind of pretty far apart. So yeah. The only danger to doing that is if my power goes out or something like that, then obviously that's bad, because it can just destroy the entire video if I'm sitting there on pause. But you know, I haven't had any brownouts or anything, so it should be all right. Seriously, I haven't. We don't live in a place where that usually happens, and the power infrastructure is pretty good here, so I think it'll be okay. I'm just a little concerned because it's a long time, right? It could take me over an hour to get... That's leaving on pause for like over an hour. In between, you know, the stuff that you guys watch. So, but anyway, we got to do that because we got to get the brass going, and then we'll have to get crushing wheels set up, and then it wants us to make this stuff. Down here, this is the same. It wants crushed. We can't get crushed without the crushing wheels unless there's some other way. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. So we have to, well, it looks like you could sand it, but we'll just get the crushing wheels going. Crushing wheels, and then of course we have to have rose quartz and then polished rose quartz. But anyway, we're going to go through all of these because it's showing you the material types and what's the best and all that. Like this is all Gober and stuff. So we had already plotted out Gober because, you know, that's me. I always go for the best stuff. So, but yeah, we're going to go through this whole thing and learn how to make everything and all that. And I'll walk you guys through all of it. It's going to be awesome. But to do that, we got to get create going. They don't have a create quest line, I don't think, for this. So we're just going to have to, you know, just kind of like do it. We also never covered this boss variant stuff. So apparently when you go to summon a boss, you can actually add variants to it, which will make it more powerful. And I guess it increases the drop chance. Higher pyre levels increase the chance for rare drops. Some rare drops are unique to boss variants. So that's really cool, right? Basic modifiers alter boss variant mechanics that can normally be found in vanilla Minecraft, like potion effects and attributes. So it's going to give us this arcane cipher. Arcane ciphers add potion effects to boss variants. Each arcane cipher's tooltip details the potion effect it adds. To use an arcane cipher, drop it on the ground near the altar before placing the boss effigy. Arcane ciphers will be consumed when starting the ritual. Adding more of the same arcane cipher increases the amplifier of the potion effect. So it's like if you just do one, it would be like speed 1 or protection 1 or actually no, not protection. Hey, let's see. I'm trying to think. potion effects, like regeneration. So you'd have like 1 and then 2. And then, I don't know. That would be horrible if you had regeneration. But it looks like it tells you what it is. Like, applies a permanent sunstrike effect to the boss. Summoned boss variant. The level of the effect is equal to the number of ciphers added. So, there's all these different ciphers. Echoing strikes. Berserk. Blazing. Permanent thorns effect. Adrenaline. Glacial grasp. Gusting. Soul steel. Thunderstorm. Anyway, you get the picture, right? So, and you have to make them. Acquire grimoire. Grimoires add attribute modifiers to boss variants. Each grimoire's tooltip details the attributes it enhances. We already found a grimoire. Say. Grimoire. So this is a boss thing, which is insane. That's 15% extra chance for them to crit you. Can we just, like, collectively all go ouch? That would be very awful. But we haven't gotten one of these yet, so I'm not actually sure how you're supposed to get them. Maybe you have to find them. Like we found the grimoire. Advanced boss modifiers. Advanced modifiers alter the boss variant spellcasting traits. Currently there's 6. So you have Dragon Blood, Dragon Heart, Ice, blah blah blah. You get the point. So you put your thing alongside the altar, and then you put your effigy on there, and then I think it wants you to make these, or you have to find them or something. Place the boss effigy on an altar. So I just want you to put an effigy on the altar. So we can do that. I'll grab one of these effigies. Not really sure what it's going to do though. But we can run out there real quick and do it. Only take a second. So I hope you guys are all having a lovely day today. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I don't know what that's gonna do. What is that gonna do? Summon a boss? No. Yes. It summoned a pig. Okay. We got effigy dust. And raw pork. Yep. See that? He teleported. Now he's trying to run back to his fishing spot. So like I was saying, it's a bug, right? I thought we fixed it, but nah. He is completely broken. I gotta catch up to him so I can put him on my shoulder and bring him back. Come here, buddy. I'll get him down. See, he's gonna go back to fishing, but so we're gonna tell him to stay here. We're gonna take his fishing stuff away. He's like, what are you doing? I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, dude. Now, I have to actually log out and log back in to save his state. Because I told him to stay and I took away his things. But the AI doesn't update properly. So, and this is default rats, okay? I don't think there's anything causing this. I had the same problem in NC Eternal. Anytime you change their AI package, like like patrol or harvest or whatever. You have to log out and log back in because it doesn't update properly. But now we should be able to put him inside the cage and he should be okay. So it only works, you can only have them doing things like harvesting your crops or fishing or whatever. You can only have them doing it if you're going to be really close to them. Because otherwise they're just going to teleport to you. I mean, it is what it is, right? Can't really do anything about it. Only the dev can, so... And I think it's probably going to be an issue with the, yeah, see, he's okay now. It's going to be an issue with the teleport function for the actual minions. So these guys and stuff, they all teleport to you. So I think because the rat is considered to be your minion or a pet, it just automatically starts doing it to them too. How they would differentiate between that and like not following you, I don't know, but I don't know. That's above my pay grade. I have no idea. If I had to choose between the two, though, I would nix the rats and keep the following behavior because it works really good with the minions and stuff. So, I mean, yeah, you'd lose some content, but it's not really that big of a deal. But to have an entire quest line dedicated to something that doesn't work right is probably not ideal. Okay, so we have this effigy stuff. I keep pushing that button. That dropped. Oh, there must be a monster outside. What does this stuff do? Effigy, I don't know what it does. I don't know. What's this stuff for? It doesn't actually say. Effigy dust, huh? Shift right click to cycle forward through defeated bosses. Oh, you can actually choose what boss you want to summon. That's cool. Okay, we need to remember that so we can resummon bosses with that thing. That's pretty neat. Okay, I'm going to put this stuff away. That way we're all emptying stuff, all right? Okay, we are all emptied out. So, let's take a gander at... So I guess we're going to have to obtain this stuff. Not sure how, but... Anywho's. So, let's go back to the main quest line. Oh, where were we? We were doing all kinds of stuff, weren't we? So, we are going to have to probably just consider create for right now because I want to catch up on the gear stuff. So, let's do an @create. Now, I don't know if all of you are familiar with create. If you're not familiar with create, well, I will try my very best to walk you through everything. I've made quite a few, you know, like videos showing how to do it, but I try to repeat it in every mod pack because not everybody watches everything, right? So, let's talk about create. So, create uses power, just like any other tech mod. But it doesn't use like RF or electricity or anything like that, okay? Joules. It doesn't use anything like that. It uses rotational force and stress. Stress would be called stress units. And then, of course, rotational force is how fast it's spinning. So the faster something's spinning, the more stress it causes. Right? I mean, that makes sense, right? Think about your car, right? Think about the tires on your car. So if I lifted your car up off the ground and I just started spinning the tires, right? there would be a threshold at which point the tires, maybe not the actual tread and all that, the actual tire itself, but the thing that spins would get so much stress on it that it would break. Okay. So things can only spin so fast before that happens. So that would be stress units, right? So how much stress you can apply to a system before it grinds to a halt, right? So in Create, you have to worry about stress units, but you also have to worry about rotational force, right? So you're going to want to produce rotational force. So how can you produce rotational force? Well, if you think about it in the real world, right? Windmills produce rotational force. Wind blows against the sails of the windmill and makes it turn, which causes a rod inside the windmill to turn, which turns gears, so on and so forth. Okay. Water wheels. You can also do that with water wheels. You can do it with steam. You can do it with heat. You can do all kinds of different ways to turn something. Okay. So we have to figure out a way to do that. And one of the best ways to do that, well, like I said, you can do wind power, you can do water power, and you can do steam. So if we go the steam route, it requires a lot less work. Because then we'd only have to have one little water wheel to get it jump started. So that probably wouldn't be a bad thing. So to get a boiler, boilers create steam, you have to have heat, right? Heat heats water up, which causes steam, which turns a turbine, which makes rotational force, right? You're following me, right? Okay, so how do we produce heat? Well, in Create, there's a couple ways you can produce heat. So you can use blaze burners, which are empty, and then you fill them up with blazes. And then passively, they give off a little bit of heat, but you can also stoke them or feed them coal or lava or blaze cakes to make them really hot. You stick water tanks above them and it heats up the water, and then you have a steam engine that takes the steam, turns a thingy, which creates rotational force, and then you can hook that up to your system and produce power that way. You can also use a new item that's in here from a add-on. Let's see if I can find it. I'm not actually sure what the add-on is called, but it produces heat from the sun. So obviously it's only going to work when the sun is out. There it is. So you can get basic solar heating plate and advanced solar heating plate, which the advanced solar heating plate obviously is going to generate more. So let me look at this. So this goes out into the sun and it produces heat. Heat goes into these heating pipes and it's transferred into, see, it's showing it's transferred. It transfers into this Stirling engine. And then the Stirling engine will start to rotate. So it creates rotational force. You see? Isn't that cool? So this is a new way that you can produce power, but it only works in the daytime. And that kind of sucks. If these little guys right here get too hot, Or actually, maybe it's just the steam, the actual engine. If it gets too hot, it turns into lava, so that's not really cool. There is another way that we could produce heat. We can get these reactor rods, right? So we've been finding thorium. It's pretty high up. You know, about the same strata as coal. If you put the thorium into these nuclear reactor thingies, these tube things, get started in there, it produces heat. This produces radioactive components though, so you're gonna encase it in glass. This thing right here transfers the heat to these coils, and then these things right here can be used in place of blaze burners. So you can stick this under a boiler and it'll get hot and you won't have to stoke it. You just have to keep feeding this. So we might look into that. But the problem with this is, I mean, this is really cool, right? But the problem with this is that we can't do it straight off the bat, I don't think. Because we have to have crushing wheels. And the only way to get crushing wheels is to have power going already. But this is actually like really cool. I would love to play around with it. Radioactiveness won't hurt you if you're wearing leather armor or if it's encased in glass. So I don't know how fast it burns through the fuel though. So it does say that you have to provide it nuclear fuel. And the fuel, like I said, is made with thorium. You have to insert it, the fuel, into the rods with this right here. This is the reactor fuel inserter. So you're going to have it coming in. And then this right here is the heat vent. And the heat vent gets connected to the piping. And then the piping heats up. The piping heats up the... shoot, I don't know what they're called. They're like... they're kind of like hot plates, if you can follow on that. And I'm trying to find them. I'm not seeing it. There it is. Heater. So, it's one blaze burner to make it. And overcharged iron. And some heating pipes. And some iron nuggets. So, the overcharged iron. You need an energizer. Energizer is overcharged gold. The basic energizer is just one lightning rod and andesite. But as you can see, it has to have rotational force, otherwise it doesn't work. So you basically have to start from the beginning. And so that's what we're going to be doing, is we're going to be starting from the beginning. So can't do anything without these empty blaze burners. So we need to get these going first so we can get power. So we're going to be making these empty blaze burners. But to make the empty blaze burners, we have to have these iron sheets. Iron sheets have to be made inside the mechanical press. So we have to make this. And it has to have power. So we have to have at least a water wheel going. One water wheel. Which instantly we're going to have anyway. So we might as well just do it, right? So we're going to have the little water wheel first. And then we're going to have the big water wheel. And we're going to put it right alongside where we are going to have our boiler. So the boiler requires these fluid tanks. And these steam engine assemblies. And of course, we're going to have shafts, gears, cogs, and gears. So we got the small cog, the large cog, and then the shaft. And then, of course, we're going to need some gearboxes. I think that pretty much covers it. So we have to make this andesite alloy. To make andesite alloy requires us to have andesite, which we don't have. So we got like all kinds of issues here. You can make andesite. You can make andesite with cobblestone and diorite, but I haven't found any diorite either. So that's not good. Have any diorite. No andesite, no diorite, and I've dug a lot. So first things first is we have to go find andesite. So I'm going to pause it while I go run around the caves some and see if I can find any. Okay, I found a little bit of andesite. It's not a lot, so... But, you know, we got to take what we can get, so... That should be sufficient, I think, for now. We can always get more. It looks like it's just really rare, so. But we can always come back. Alright, I'm going to head back to the house. Okay, so I got stuff put away, and we're going to do this. So you get out your zinc, and you get out your andesite, and you're going to need to square it off, okay? So go ahead and get 2 stacks of 64. It makes it 9s, so you're gonna go andesite like that, and then you're gonna go zinc like that. You can also use iron, but I mean zinc is prevalent, so why not use zinc? So anyway, that's how you're gonna make your alloy. And it only makes 1 stack, so not too good. That changes. Sometimes mod packs will let it make more than that, but that's okay. It does go really fast too, so we're going to try to use every single bit that we've got. So split it. And do that, and then, yeah. And that's all we got. That's it, guys. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the zinkies put back. So now we have some andesite. So we're going to need some wood. Stuff uses tons of wood, so absolutely buttloads of it. I do not know if these holly logs can I do that with the holly logs? Yeah, it doesn't look like you can. Can I use holly logs? Oh, actually you can. All right. Okay, cool. Alright, so we're going to use holly logs because otherwise, I mean, they're not really used for much of anything else anyways. And we're going to need some copper, some smitty copper. Just a little bit, though. We don't need a whole bunch. Just a little bit. Like 16 is probably more than sufficient. And let's see what else. So we're going to we don't have the brass yet. Okay. I do not know if this stuff is going to work, okay? I'm not making any Not making any guarantees here. I mean, it might work or it might not. We'll find out, I guess. And there's going to be monsters, more than likely. Because it's raining and it's nighttime. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, I got a void piercer gem. That sounds wicked cool. Look at that. Protection shred. And 15% arrow damage. Ew. Very nice. Alright, so we're going to come over here. And I didn't fix that hole, did I? That's alright. I did fix the tree, though. So we're going to get these holly logs. And just lay them down like that. And then we're going to strip them. Just like that. And then once you strip them, you're going to get out your copper ingots. And you're going to go boink, 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 boink. And then the rest of it, we're going to andesite. Yep. And then, of course, you're going to... Guys. Work with me here. You're killing me, man. Come on, man. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh, it hit him anyway. Make it. I like my minions. Good minions. Alright. So now we got some copper casings. And we're going to need a whole bunch more andesite casings. So. Okay, we don't need this anymore. So the first thing we're going to make is some of these shafts. And they go really fast, so meaning like you use them for a lot of stuff. And then we need to make a water wheel. And then we need to make a big water wheel. Cool. All right. And then what else? Oh, we need to make some cogs and whatnot. So let's make some of these. Okay. And we need to make a few of these, which we can do this like this. You don't need to have a whole lot of the big ones. And then, yeah, we're going to have to make some of these gearboxes. Unfortunately, there's no easy way to make the gearboxes. So, yeah. Alright, that's a good start right there. Maybe a couple more of these. because we're going to need them. All right. So that's good. Good start. Good start. Good start. So now what we need is some blocks, right? And I suppose we can just use some of these stone bricks. And some of these. All right. And we're going to need some chests, right? Gonna have to have some chesty poos. Probably just make a few up so that we have them. There, that should be good. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Stay. All right, cool. Let's go on downstairs and see about getting this power going. Oh, actually, you know what? We should probably make this while we're up here. So it needs a casing, a block of iron, and a shaft. So we need a block of iron. 1 block of iron, please. And we should probably just take this with us. And we're going to need this and that. Because we have to have a depot. Alright, cool. Let's go. Let's go. Very nice. I mean, we could probably... So we don't mess up our beautiful... You see how big he is, right? So that's how big he is. So we could stick him in the wall. You stick him in the wall. Just kind of measuring out a little bit. You know. Get out the other pick. Something along that line. Oh, look, we got another piece of andesite. It's really nice. So I think we're going to stick him right here in... So something along the lines of that. Looks good. You're not going to actually see him, so he could be... He doesn't need to be super decorated or anything. So we're going to need to have water and everything. So should be able to just do this. And then the water will come down. So, let me get my water out. So that's not exactly what I wanted. Okay. We don't want it to do that, so I'm gonna have to do that. I mean, it can go either way. The direction doesn't really matter, but what matters is whether the water is behaving or not. So we can do that. So we can actually put this, I guess we didn't need to do that. It just needs to be, oh, take that. Something like that. And then we put our water wheel back like that. And put that there. And it's going to flow over like that and then go underneath. Just like that. That is exactly precisely what we want. So you can put a block there and a block there. I don't think that'll hurt anything. All right. So put that guy there. And then we're going to put this wall back. Now that the water wheel is all situated. And see, it's going to give us the power. Just like that. Isn't that cool? So now that we have power from our water wheel, we're going to stick this guy over here. And then you're going to stick this underneath it. Let's turn him. I have a wrench made yet, so just do that, and then you can put this right here, and then you can put, okay, this is going really slow though. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to do it like this. I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience. All right, hold up. We're gonna redo it. So it's just one water wheel, so we can't do a whole lot of ratioing, but we can do a little bit, right? So you're gonna put your big cog right there, and just having it go a little bit faster would be good. Okay, so we're gonna put the little cog on the big cog like that. See? So all right, let's talk about the premise of this. See how slow this initial one is turning? And this one turns a little bit faster. So this is called ratioing, right? So you take your big cog and then put a little cog on the big cog, and then put a big cog on the little cog, and then put another little cog on that cog like that. See how much faster it's going? So compare this speed to that speed. I mean, we can't go like super fast, but like, I don't want to grow old and die waiting for my machine to work. So let's keep that in mind. So we put our little thingy right there, and then we can put this right, maybe like right here. Now, if we had a belt, we could connect these up easily. All right. So we're going to go make a belt. Now, belts are really not that complicated. You make belts out of fried seaweed. So we have a little bit of seaweed, and we can grow it in our water pool. It shouldn't affect the rat at all when he's fishing. So we can plop that on there real quick. And we can go ahead and cook up that. and it'll toss it out. Okay, so once it's all cooked up, you're going to grab it out and come over to your crafting table, and you're going to go like that. And this makes mechanical belts. Isn't that cool? So mechanical belts are really great. It's a super nice way to transfer rotational force without using a bazillion gears and gearboxes and whatnot. So you come back over here and you notice how there's no connection between these two, right? So you get your belt out and then you right click on one of the shafts and connect it to the other shaft, and boof, there it is. So now this guy has power. So what that means is we can do smashy smashies on these guys. So stick them on there, and this thing's gonna go bonk. I mean, it's slow, but it's not as slow as it would have been, right? There it goes. So we'll just let it do its bonking. And we're going to come over here. We're going to put down our chests. So this chest is for devices. And this chest is for mats. And we're going to go down and put these in the water so that while it's doing its bonky bonky, so that it grows. We're going to put it in the corners like that. And it'll grow, and then we'll be able to harvest it. We can put more of them down, you know, once we get some extras. Yeah, this is like painfully slow. Can you imagine how slow it would have been if we hadn't ratioed it up a little bit? It would be even worse. We could probably make it go a lot faster, but each time we ratio this up, it produces stress, so I didn't want to overstress the system. It's almost done anyways, it's fine. See, it's all done. Alright, so we needed these guys to make this. So now we need some netherrack. I'm going to take this stuff back upstairs. And you guys are probably like, why are you going through all of this? Well, I'll show you in a second why I'm going through all of this. Get these guys healed up. You guys healed yet? Oh, almost. Oh, yeah, almost got there. Okay, so we're going to go on upstairs. We're going to get this netherrack and make the blaze burners. And then we're going to take them over to that Nether Fortress. Anyway, you just need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so you put this right here in the center. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that. And now you have your blaze burners. But we got to fill them up. We got to fill them up, guys. So let's go ahead and put this stuff up. Stick that in there. And then put these blocks back. Because it turned out we didn't need them. So that's really cool. And grab these out. Put it in there. Grab that. Now we should have enough food. Should have enough food. I also want to change out our spells before we go to the nether. So I'm going to put that back in there. And let's get some new spells since we decided to change out, right? So I made a bunch of these divine pearls. So the divine pearls are used to make divine spells. Of course, we don't actually have a place to put the trinkets, but because these are all charm slots. And we don't have any charm slots. But we can make some divine spells. So we're going to put these in here. This is how you make them. Amethyst, shard, and gold. And they make holy spells. So, divine smite is something we're going to want. Now, it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but probably don't need that. Healing circle would probably be nice to be able to cast it directly. Fortify. I'm gonna put fortify. Guiding bolt. I mean, we might be able to do that. What is this? Cast target creature showing glowing outline. Complete the cast will heal this creature. I mean, that's really cool. We could get that, but we already got fortify. Cast to inflict null flare ice on enemies, or crouch cast to inflict null flare fire. When ice meets fire, or vice versa, it triggers a blast. I mean, that could be cool. We'd have to practice using it, though. And, of course, we got a bolt spell, which doesn't really do a whole lot of damage. I don't know if we should do Wisp instead. Wisp actually does more damage, but Wisp is kind of slow. I know, we could try it. We have plenty of room for different ones, so I guess we can try it. See which ones we like and which ones we don't. Alright, so let's change out some of these spells. So we're going to get rid of this. And this. And this. I think I might keep that one. So that's only 4 spells that we can have. So we definitely want to remove this one for right now. And then we're going to put Divine Smite right here. And then Null Flare right here, or Null Flare, and then let's do Wisp, and then this. That's only 6 temporary hit points. It's really not that good. Let's do heal, right? It's the same as our heal, it's just not going to have a cooldown. Alright, cool. That should be good. We'll just dump these in here. And we'll put these down here for later. I also would like to see what the higher inks can make. Sunbeam. Okay, Sunbeam is kind of cool. Magical Torch is cool too. Summons a magical spear and shield and immediately assumes a guarding stance. When the stance ends, you thrust sharply forward. The cast cannot be interrupted. That could be very cool. I kind of want Sunbeam. I thought that's what that was. I thought Divine Smite. Oh, no, it's an area effect. It's an area effect attack. Okay, that's kind of cool. Alright, I definitely want that. So, that is important. So we'll put this back. We don't have a lot of inks. We need to pop POIs. Alright, so let's change this up. So I want to remove this, and I want to put this... Actually, hold up. Let's take this out and put this right here. And then we'll put Sunbeam right here. Alright, cool. I think we're set. We're going to have to get some duds eventually for holy magic. But should be fine. Let's go ahead and go to the Nether. Hopefully no rats will teleport with us, but you never know. I mean, it could happen, right? I want to try some of these spells out. So this is the one where if you cast that, that's fire. And then if you cast it like that, it's ice. It looks like it's area effect around me. Is that area effect around me? Yes. So this is area effect around me. This is melee. This is a nuke. And then of course we've got Mr. Pet. I don't know what Wisp does. What does Wisp do? Oh, I actually think I have to have a target. It's not actually doing anything. Okay, so that's what that does. You have to have a target to cast Wisp. And then we could do this. And see, this is what we can do on the ground, but the one we do on the ground is... what does that do? I love how it just doesn't tell you. It's funny. It's like, you're just gonna have to guess, you know? So... ours has a timer, this one doesn't. So I guess we'll keep it on that. And we need to go to the Nether now. And I'm going to have to make my way to... the closest Nether Fortress. I think I found two. I can't remember. I think it was one or two. I know I definitely found one. Okay. So we want... I mean, we could summon a hippogriff. That would be funny. We could just fly. Can you actually fly on the hippogriff? I mean, maybe you can. Yeah. I think we should probably go with the soul vultures for right now. Okay, so lots of stuff. Let's see where Nether Fortress. So I did only find one. So it's an inn. I gotta find the inn. Nether Gauntlet, Nether Monstrosity. So it's quite a ways down there. So it's gonna take me a bit to get down there, but yeah, I will meet you guys there, alright? Things are going okay. I'm about, well, I'm not that far off. That's another right monstrosity. That's another fortress. That's the portal. So things are going okay. We'll be there before you know it. It looks like I have found another one. This one's separate from the one we were going towards. So I think we're going to just stop here and go ahead and collect our blazes and maybe some blaze rods from here. Sounds like a good plan to me. So we're going to mark this right here. Go ahead and unsummon him. some soul vultures going. Goodbye, dude. Oh, let's see here. Go ahead and mark it. Nether Fortress. Bring him down there. And we'll see what we can get up to. Okay, should be good. I'll see what we can find. Shall we? That looks like it's going to be a blaze spawner over there. I did not bring a silk touch pick. Apotheosis allows you to silk touch stuff, so I don't know if that's allowed or not, but we should probably look into that. Ow. Alright, let's go ahead and get our blaze burners out and do a catchy on these guys. Well, that's not what we were wanting. Just need one more. That was 3. You just right click it on them, and it does it. There. Now I think we'll hang out for a bit and get some blaze rods real quick. And we should be golden. We got some ash. That's rather nice. Oh, that was heal. Oops. Yes, because healing them is exactly what we want to do, right? I can't actually attack that guy. Wow, these guys are great for ash. Tons of it. That's nice. Oh. So I would put the banner down, but I don't want him to get thrown out, so. But honestly, we should probably at least do something to block them in, right? My minions. Just so they don't go floating away. Either easier to smite their butts if we do it like that. See, now they're stuck in here. Now it's so hard when they're stuck in here, right? Well, unless yours truly knocks them out of here. There. Very nice. So we'll just get up a couple of stacks of these blaze rods and then we'll make our way back to the house, all right? Hey, we got a spell book. It gets to fire damage, but that's 200 more mana on it. That's really nice. We'll try it out once we get back to the house. That's super cool. Oh, we got a second one. Yeah, these guys are really great for ash. Gotta have the blaze rods and the ash to be able to make those ash piles. Whew. He was packing a punch. Takes a while to heal up the familiars. So anyway, ash pile requires these homeward bound bones, which are blaze rods, bones, and ender pearls. So we will be able to make some teleporting stuff, which is really nice. I'm definitely going to set one up for right here. But I'll end up making quite a few. I don't know if it'll let you go interdimensionally, or if it's, you know, you got to stay in the same spot, but we'll see. We shall see. What's this for? Soap. Okay. Pretty sure I don't need that. Not sure where he thought he was going. Got another gem. Mining speed. Pick up a couple of these blaze spawners, bring them back to the overworld. And set up an auto spawner for them. So that we can get the dust and the blaze rods for teleports. Teleports. This is also a material. Doesn't say what it adds, but it's probably pretty cool. You could probably use it in place of sticks, to be honest. So that could be good. I'm summoning the little monkeys because they're small and compact, and this is a really tight area, so. We're not going to be able to get any more skill points for a bit. We're maxed. We'll have to go smacking new bosses to be able to get more. Boy, they're sure noisy little guys, aren't they? They get hurt fast, too. I wonder if that's because he does a lot of damage or just because it's just, you know, they're bad luck. Because, like, they get hit first. It's like, nobody's attacking me. Just attacking my poor monkey. Yeah, we get a couple of these spawners moved and that'll be really nice. I don't know what kind of loot's in these fortresses. There might be some good stuff. Could probably look around a little bit before we head back to the house. I like the ability to heal them. That's really nice, because mine has a timer. What can this be used for? Oh, you can put uppers on it. That's kind of cool. I mean, we don't do fire damage, so. Avitose, darling. Maybe a little bit more. Whoa, they killed him. Good job, guys. You guys are doing great. Doing spectacular. Alright, I think that's going to be just about it. We'll head back to the house now. Aw. Don't die, guys. Darn annoying blazes. Come on back up here. Oh wow, we got another void piercer gem. That's pretty cool. We got 2 of them now. Mobs in this chunk give reduced rewards. Well, that's okay because we're leaving anyways. Alright guys, so we're back and we have our blaze burners now. So what we're gonna do is this is where our water wheel power is. So we're going to need it to jumpstart the system. So I think we're going to put the blaze burner setup like right here. Yeah, like right here. Okay. So basically what's going to happen is we're going to put the boiler on top of this. We're going to pump in water into the boiler. And we're going to make the steam stuff and everything. And it should produce passive power. Eventually, we'll get a lava gen set up so that lava is feeding these guys. I don't know if the tubes are in. Let me see if there's straws. There are straws. So the straws allow you to directly feed lava to the blaze burners. Otherwise, you'd have to build a separate contraption that puts lava into buckets and then an arm that delivers the lava to the blaze burners. But since it has the straws in, we don't have to do that. So we just make the straws and then we click them on these blaze burners and they'll automatically accept lava from the pipes, from the create pipes. So in the next episode, we are going to be making fluid tanks. We are going to be making steam engines. 4 of them. We're also going to be making there. We're going to be making 2 mechanical pumps, maybe 3, and a whole bunch of fluid pipes. That's the recipe for the fluid pipes. So we're going to need this. We already did the steam engine. So the steam engine comes in here. And this goes in right there. And we're going to need a basin. We're going to need another empty blaze burner. I should have filled it more than 4. That's okay. I have to go back anyway so I can put down a teleport thing. So, or actually, maybe I'll just make a silk touch pickaxe and just pick the spawner up and bring it with us. But anyway, we're going to have to make a basin for sure and a mixer. Because that's how you make your alloy, your brass. And a bunch of other stuff too. So, yeah, we're not going to do charcoal. We're going to do lava gen. So, I already have the dripstone for that. So, it should be fine. But anyway, I'll walk you guys all through that. We also need to make a wrench. So, we'll get that up and going. And it'll be awesome. So, I think that's going to be just about it for this episode, guys. So, it's a humble start, but it's a good start. I mean, we did have to go all the way over there to the Nether Fortress, and we did have to smack blazes for a while so that we can make a way to recall. I don't know if you can recall between dimensions, so we'll put one by the Nether portal, and then we'll put one by the End Fortress. And we'll probably drop one at all the major bosses. We'll see. We have plenty of coiled swords, so that's not an issue. Incidentally, if you need more coiled swords, just go mass kill evokers. They drop them, so... But anyway, guys, I had a lot of fun, and I appreciate you all coming along today, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. You guys take care, all right? Toodles!